And let's take a look at these BIC highlights. And let's take a look at these BIC highlights. We got the fancy new championship graphic today. This offense predicated on the arm of Sterry Codrington walking into this year. And a more diversified offense, Corey, more than just Ashante Worthy from a year ago.
Well, and we mentioned it a couple times in the broadcast last week when BIC had the rematch against the Gators. In the Final Four of the 2021 playoff season, this BIC offense looked a lot different than it did in the regular season this year. They had only attempted 2 passes and allowed Sterry Codrington, the quarterback's legs, as well as Courage Mosey and their stable of running backs' legs to carry them to victory and get them into the championship. Well, this year has all been about the experience and the jump in confidence for Sterry Codrington, who went from a capable thrower that was a great runner to, in my opinion, guys, the best pure passer in the league when he's on. And if he's able to mix that athleticism, finding lanes and exploding downfield, as well as finding this bunch of wide receivers, this group of explosive wide receivers, who maybe the fourth guy is Umar Butter Lewis coming out of the slot, scoring touchdowns. You see Courage coming out of the backfield. It's going to be a long day for whoever's playing defense against this team, not to mention a U defense that had trouble in their 2 previous matchups. It's going to be a great day of football, especially if Sterry can find his receivers in the air.
And averaging 259 yards, rushing 286 yards, passing 454 total yards, Corey, against the Patterson U in 2 games this season. But when we return here on the A7FL pregame show, we are going to be speaking with a man who also knows a little bit something about A7FL championships. He's done.
What's up, Street? What's going on, baby?
Oh, we all over the place. Man?
I'm good, man. What's up with
man?
you, dog?
What's up, man? I'm West Coast today, man. I'm West Coast, man. Walking old.
Man, look here. I'm power lining today, baby. I got an album coming out from way back when, ain't never been out. But listen, man, we on the block, y'all. This is Hayes Street. I am Coach Hayes. This is D Streeter. We told you we're gonna bring y'all daily content about latest news and topics around sports and just whatever, pop culture. It don't matter, man. We're going to make this thing happen for you guys. We in here, man. Appreciate it. 65 people in the building already. As people wonder, like, when they come on, just to let y'all know, like, what is that going on? Man, look here. Maybe we got an intro, let people get in and let you kind of know what we're talking about. So let's go ahead and get this thing going. I know we got the comments already rolling. I know everything sounds good. So, Street, real quick, man.
Yeah.
What in the world was that you was showing us, dog? Because you showed this to us.
I showed that, yeah.
Yeah.
That's the A7. That's the A7 is A7FL. That's the A7FL football league. It's like a tackle football league. They've been around since like 2014. I think it started from a league called Town Beef, which is that's about how something like that'll start, from like Town Beef. They're located up in, I think, Maryland. I have a little history with them. 2014, 2015. I remember when they were first getting started. And they didn't really know what they were. You know what I'm saying? They didn't really know what they were. They was trying to get it going. They had a bunch of viral videos of dudes getting hit, dudes making these long, crazy runs. And I actually sat down and talked to them. with footballville. They was trying to figure out how we could partner and stuff. But man, they kept at it. I didn't think they was going to keep it, but they kept at it, bro. And it seems like they're turning it into something.
Yeah, I've seen the clips. The clips have gone viral. I didn't know what it was so far as a league. I see they dressed in uniform, but I thought it was some cats out there just, trying to live the dream. So, one thing I will say about sports, everything is a sport. I mean, they got girls slapping each other on the butt now. That's being a sponsored sport. I'm just saying.
Put some video of that up.
I'm trying to tell you, but we go viral and get banned at the same time. But like everything is a sport now, bro. Like everything becomes a sport. you see all kind of crazy stuff, and you try to figure out how do people get, like, how do you get into curling? You know what curling is?
Yeah,
Oh, dang. Hold up. My bad. Pause. I caught myself. Well, they take the little thing and they be going fast. I had my hands in the wrong place when I did that. But anyway.
Right. Curling.
But like for example, there's no high school sport for, like, how do you get into that kind of stuff? Like when I be thinking about sports and stuff, especially you see in the Olympics, how do you, like, we know basketball, football, baseball stuff. You kind of go up little league. I ain't never heard of little league curling.
There's well, not in our country. There's no little league curling. Not that I know of.
It's somewhere, but I said that to say everything is now becoming a sport, and so these guys say, "Hey, this is a lane. It's open. It's basically sandlot football, organized, sponsors, teams, uniforms, and y'all go out there and get it in. Ain't no pads, maybe a mouthpiece, and some hopes and dreams." And I've seen the viral clips of, cats getting smashed, boy. Like my man out there with knee muffs on when he finished. Bang! Knees up the
They only play 7 games. They only play like a 7-game schedule. That's because it's crazy. 7 games. Them boys out there.
Bro, so I'm just saying, hey, like, we used to play the Turkey Bowl back in the day, the Santa Bowl on, Thanksgiving was the Turkey Bowl. Santa Bowl basically just saying like neighborhood against neighborhood, whatever.
Right.
And you always had that cat that finished playing college ball. He coming out there, he ripped all up. He knocking cats out. You got the one dude in the neighborhood that was the high school hero. He out there playing with jeans on and no shirt with some Timberlands. You know what I mean? And then you got the old uncle that think he the quarterback, gonna draw up all the plays in the dirt. And that's how I look at it, man. But how far do you think that thing can go?
It's weird because it seems like it's being met with 7-on-7. It seemed like 7-on-7 hits the scene. And I remember the epiphany of 7-on-7 one day. I was out there, we had our own league, make a play. And when it hit me one day that 7-on-7 was street football. Also, I was like, dang, I was blinded by the uniforms. This is what we used to do in the street. You know what I'm saying? But it seems like tackle football is turning into don't hit Pat Mahomes, right?
Bruh. Bro. The Dolphins, dog.
Yeah, tackle football is turning into don't hit Pat Mahomes, right? And 7 is so, the way they let it be played is so exciting with the celebrations and stuff like that. It seems like something like this may have a chance. They got to sponsor Cricket Wireless.
Right, like that's legit sponsor, right? That's, I don't know this part of
they got TV partners, 5 TVs, DAZN Stadium TV. They have been working, bro. And yeah, man. I think so. I don't know how far it could go because it is the opposite of what the NFL is like. It's like we said boxing was bad, and then the UFC came, and then they try to convince you that, man, you get knocked out quicker with the UFC, so it's more safe.
That's funny you say that. I saw a clip of Joe Rogan when he had hair, and he was on like an old school late night show, and he was kind of promoting it. He was going to be the main announcer and maybe the face of it, the spokesman, because he has a martial arts background. Right. And I don't know if it was Jimmy Kimmel or David Letterman, whoever it was, old school. But anyway, he was trying to say, like, hey, guys, it's an octagon. You can't run around. It's fun, blah, blah, blah. And they're like, bro, you getting the crap beat out of each other. And remember when UFC first started, it wasn't no weight class. You just two dudes meet up and get it in. But yeah, no, you're 100% right. Real quick, I want to give a shout out to my purple cup. I wore this shirt today because it matched. So now y'all can't talk about it. At least my cup matched my shirt. So now y'all leave me alone until I get back to the public. Go give me some more cane juice cups.
That cup still look pink to me, dog. I don't know, dog. You trying to not LGBTQ.
Elemental P.
Damn brought pink cups, dog. What?
It came in an assortment pack, dog. It was either green and orange.
Mm-hmm.
They had green, orange, blue, and then pink. I'm out of all of them. So I got this fuchsia color cup. They're fuchsia. So leave me alone. I'm in touch with
fuchsia.
my interior decorator side. So y'all leave me alone.
But nah, bro. I mean, the tackle football league, it's been it had its rough times. They pay for $50,000. They actually play for cash at the end of the season. But it seemed like he's made it through. It made it through that time where they didn't know what they were trying to do, and they've kind of figured out some type of model. And I think the part of it is that the stuff goes viral so easy. Right. I think that's part of it. The marketing of it is so easy. The next thing, man. I saw everybody's favorite college quarterback with a purse the other day, walking down the runway. Oh, walking down the runway for Louis Vuitton. Shedeur. Shedeur Sanders and Shilo. First day had a meeting, and your daddy the coach, and they got invited by Pharrell to model for Louis Vuitton, which is a big deal, a huge deal. Shout out to Pharrell. Pharrell look like Pharrell done put everybody on. You know, Pharrell done put everybody on with Louis Vuitton. But they said, hey, they missed their first team meeting to go model, which is NIL. And I've dealt with the NIL before. I've had the paperwork. We gave a couple kids NIL before. I read what it is. It's not supposed to interfere with anything football. You know what I'm saying? But if your daddy the coach, I think that makes it a little different, right?
So no. You know, a lot of people have been talking about this here, I think the past 2 days, 3 days, whatever it is. And the first team meeting was held at Colorado for the new and returning players for the 24 season, for getting ready for spring ball or whatever, you know, winter ball, whatever you want to call it. And Shedeur and Shilo are not there. They went to Paris to model for Louis Vuitton. And everybody know the famous line by Coach Prime, I'm bringing my luggage with me, and it's Louis. And apparently, I mean, it was a perfect way for Pharrell to reach out to them and say, hey, come model this Louis stuff. Now, it looked like they was in some hunting gear. So, you know, I'm never going to be hunting in no Louis gear, but I go hunting. But anyway, so yeah, they missed that meeting. I'm going to say this. I saw a few interviews around. I think Uncle Neely, who does a lot of the media stuff for Colorado, came with him from Jackson State, was out there saying that this had been planned months in advance. They don't just come up like last week and say, hey, come on, guys. This stuff had been planned months in advance. And so, you know, the dates were set per se, right? And so that's what it is. Before I go on, how do you feel about it, right? You being out there, your first team meeting, you're leaders of your team, right? They got L's on their jersey, so they're the leaders of the team. Coach Prondo put C's for captain. He got L's and D's, leaders and dogs. And Shedeur clearly has an L on his jersey. I'm not sure what Shilo has on his. I believe maybe an L, maybe a D. I don't know, but there's definitely an S on there for son. So my question is, how do you feel about it? What was your first take when you heard about it? Heard of it? You muted, Street. You muted, bro.
When I first saw it, I just thought that Shedeur. I just thought they was laughing because he had a purse. Because Shilo was picking at him because he had a purse, like a man purse or something. I don't know. But when I heard they missed,
it's not a purse, it's a merce.
Like when I heard they missed the meeting, I look at things like this. Prime is one of those coaches that has an innate ability to do things outside the box and people like not see it, like not get it. I think he's the type of person that can step in front of his team and say, hey, listen, Shilo and Shedeur have a huge opportunity this week.
Mm-hmm.
Give it up for your teammates. They got a chance to go to Paris and model for Louis Vuitton, which probably will help push everything we're doing over here forward. They're going to miss the first team meeting. I'm giving them, you know what I'm saying? I'm giving them the leeway to miss the first team meeting. But if I would do it for any one of you, because I think this is a huge opportunity presented by Pharrell. And I think if you present it like that, you know what I'm saying? Everything, because we had like football rules are right next to the Bible. You got the Bible and then you got spring practice. And there's no, you know what I'm saying? There's no getting around football, you know what I'm saying? When to go to the meeting, everybody go to the meeting. No, man, nothing Deion has done made me feel like those kids are the same as the rest of the kids in the locker room. He talks about them all the time. It's just there's nothing he's done to make me feel like that.
Yeah, and I'll say this, right? Times are different, kids are different, and I don't think the players even thought twice about it. I don't really think the players thought twice about it. Right. Now, let me put my coaching hat on. As a head coach, I just call it, you know me, I'm going to bring it from that lens. As a head coach, you're always going to have favorites. You're always going to have people that you put on a higher tier than other players, primarily due to the fact of their ability, right? Let's just call it what it is. There are some other kids that don't have a lot of ability, but you like them as a person. It's relationships. It is what it is. However, as a head coach, you try your best not to show certain favoritism because you create dissension amongst the ranks, right?
Right.
When you, for example, when you don't fuss out the star player for doing something egregious, but yet you'll fuss out poor little Timmy because he got on black socks and he's supposed to have white socks on. You know, that kind of stuff, right?
Mm-hmm. Right.
Now, is it fair? No, it's not fair. But it is. That's part of what it is in life. Here's what I'll say. One thing about Deion Sanders, a.k.a. Coach Prime, he doesn't do anything that isn't calculated. And I truly believe, based on what Uncle Neely said about this meeting, this fashion show being set months in advance, those are his words, Coach Prime probably said his. But he's also the head coach. So because he's calculated, and this is just me talking, this is my theory. It's kind of a dead time, a low time in football, college football. He said, let's kick the hornet's nest. Right? Let's kick the hornet's nest. Check me out. Follow me on this.
I'm following you.
I don't know what date it was, the 17th again. Let's just say the 17th. I'm going to have my meeting on the 17th too. Why?
Right.
Because everybody in the world going to be talking about this. Now, does those boys being in Paris make them not better players because they miss this practice? Not whatsoever. But what it does, it keeps Colorado in the news, in relevancy, and everybody talking about it. And just like we're doing, we're on here talking about it. But what does it do? It brings eyes that are not normally on the Louisville fashion show to the fashion show. And it also brings eyes to Colorado.
Yeah.
So it's all calculated, because here's what Deion Sanders has, the power he wields. He could have simply moved the team meeting one day later. It's spring ball. It could have been one day later.
Yeah.
And guess what? No harm, no foul by anybody. But he's very calculated in these quote unquote marketing strategies. And to me, it's brilliant marketing. I just call it what it is. Because he's got not me and you. He's got everybody talking about it, ESPN and everybody else. And is it right? And all these different people. I really don't have an issue with it in a sense. I get it. If I was the coach, I would have just simply, because I know what Shedeur and Shilo bring in so far as those kind of eyes. But again, Coach Prime, based on my theory, his thing was, let's kick the hornet's nest and let's get this thing rocking and rolling. That's how I'm looking at it.
That's you saying you think that's what prompted it.
Yeah, I just thought it was a way to, hey, you know what? Let's stir it back up, right? It's downtime in Colorado right now. I mean, college football, no more natties. Right now, people out recruiting 2025.
Right.
People getting hired and fired. Let's go with it. Let's rock.
Right. I mean, it's and that's brilliant. That's a brilliant point. I mean, you made. It's because he has the Prime, Coach Prime, Amazon show, that stays filming. Seems as if it stays filming. He has his own media. You know what I'm saying? He has his own media. And it's the people in the comment section, right? You guys don't realize how so easy it is to manipulate media. This thing blows up. Those pictures of Shedeur, think about this. Those pictures of Shedeur and Shilo in Louis Vuitton clothes are everywhere.
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 And Louis didn't pay $1 to advertise it.
Shout out to Pharrell once again. Everywhere. Because I think he runs that campaign. Easily manipulated. Me and Hayes just started a show, Hayes and Street Show, right? Everybody in the comment section. We should play a joke. I bet you I could go to Twitter and be like, man, I knew Coach Hayes was shady. Blah, 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 right? Right? and just let it go. You say something back and just let it go and watch the views for this weekend for Hayes and Street Show go up. And then, you know what I'm saying? Because people are, when you put the emotions involved, people are so easily manipulated. So easily manipulated. And so all you gotta do is find something somebody really believes in and just tap them on the shoulder.
And Street, here go the funny thing, bro. Everybody love a train wreck. Everybody like this. No. And they looking. They got their eye. Everybody loves mess. Everybody loves that kind of stuff, right? Everybody loves controversy. Everybody loves Cat Williams caught fire. Listen, Cat Williams caught fire so bad. Mark Curry said, guess what? I'm finna go on Willie D and talk about Steve Harvey too, because I'm going on tour with Cat Williams. Hell, Mike Epps even came on his comedy and say, shit, I wish Cat Williams would have talked about me. So people love mess, and that's just human nature, dog. Why do you think love and hip hop and basketball wives are so famous? There's nothing there but entertainment value of foolishness.
You're not here, but Briscoe, the rapper Briscoe,
yeah.
Last week waged war on everybody in Miami, women and all. And go to his Instagram. And then he just started. It sounded like he got frustrated with the game. People, Flo Rida, filthy rich. You know what I'm saying? You can't shoot a boy a dub. Like it sounded like he just got frustrated with people and then just was like, all right, screw it. I'm finna start calling out baby mamas. I'm finna start calling out everybody, dog. Flo Rida, Rick Ross. Flo Rida was like, man, what I did? He said, man, shoot me that meal. Boy, you up. Send me that meal you said you was gonna send me. What the and yeah. Damn. And he just started waging war, like it's for publicity, I guess, but I think he's frustrated too. He was one of the he had a bright future. Right. Got robbed or got into the little issue he had, and he had to take the stand. And when he took the stand, that his rapping career took a hit. You know what I'm saying? Right. But I remember seeing him on stage with Flo Rida and Piccolo and all these guys, and he had the biggest presence. Yeah. I think one of them died this week. One of the guys died this week, man.
I'm about to cut up the dance floor. Stick and roll.
Yeah.
Anyway, no, but you're right. You're right. Like 50 Cent, it's all strategic, right? 50 Cent, Rick Ross, all that stuff, man. And it's crazy. It's like, I'll just flip it. I only see that really in our community. I don't see Garth Brooks getting pissed off with doggone Billy Ray Cyrus. You know what I mean? Like, you don't see those kind of beefs.
Yeah.
Maybe yeah. I know they probably have them, but it's not a public showing, right? In that sense.
They don't use that they don't take that road. I read 50 Cent's book, and it's almost as if what Ja Rule is saying is real. Like, I went to go find him. You don't realize that he's the one that appears that he's hard. I went to go find him because he's the one just talking. Like, 50 Cent does that stuff with no emotion.
No.
It's just him trying to pull. It's just him trying to pull you in or accomplish what he's trying to accomplish. It's not personal. It ain't. You know what I'm saying? It's not personal. It's done with zero emotion. So I mean, but Ja Rule was mad, really mad. It was like, you guys don't understand. I went and found him and stabbed him or punched him or whatever I did to him. Like, who was trying to find him? He was hiding.
Yeah, I mean, same thing. I remember hearing what's my man? Not Charlemagne. What's his name, man? Yeah, man, Chameleonaire. Chameleonaire was talking about that with 50 Cent. 50 Cent shot at him, right? And he didn't respond. And he said he ended up seeing 50, I don't know, at a concert, backstage, or somewhere they ended up running into each other. And 50 said, "Come here, man." Yeah, bro, why you ain't shoot back? Yeah. And he started talking about a train in Paris, something like that. He said, "You would have been on the front page in Paris if you would have just said something back." That's it. Just said one line back, and everything would have skyrocketed. See, for them, it's marketing, and we're the only people that think that these beasts be real, right? And then I think what happens is the other guy doesn't understand the marketing value. You tried me, and then they want to take it to the street, or they understand it, but the homies don't get it. And then the homies see one of their homies, and then it turned into all of that foolishness, man. And so
I think Rick Ross understood. I think Rick Ross understood. Rick Ross understood. You got to stand up in the middle of it. Like, even if I don't call you, what's his name saying that? Deion Sanders, when he was at Jackson State and the other coach was saying that. Remember that? And he was like, he didn't call me. He ain't. He was like, he didn't call me. Like, he didn't. But it's almost like you see the storm coming. Right. Either you're gonna get a saddle, right, and ride it, or you're gonna cower down and not understand it.
Right, and get ran over by it.
Right. So what 50 Cent does is you have to. It's your moment. It's your 5 minutes of fame.
Right. You better take advantage of it, or I'm gonna roll you over, dog. I'm gonna roll you over. Like, I'm gonna take advantage of it. If you don't take advantage of this 15 minutes of fame, like you said, and take this opportunity to put gas on this little spark you got going, I'm gonna extinguish that spark, and then you're gonna be gone, just like the Ja Rule into this, into that. And shout out to Rose. Like I said, he went through that thing, and they tried to, Officer Ricky and all that stuff, and he fought back through it. And then, he went on.
Gilly the Kid ate him alive last year. Who? Gilly the Kid ate him alive last year, and he just makes it out of a commercial ad for Rose. Like he just makes it out.
Yeah, he does a great job with spinning it, and like, shoot, man, like water off a duck back. And he got into it with DJ Envy and and it's just funny how all that stuff worked, man. I think he kind of looked at the whole 50% thing and was like, "Man, I could do this, but give it a southern flavor." You know what I'm saying?
And he dropped the whole album in the middle of that 50 Cent beef with his baby mama. 50 Cent had his baby mama on video. Man, that man dropped the whole album in the middle of that.
Yeah. So, hey, shout out to Ricky Rose, man, hometown hero, man. I'm loving it. But let's get back real quick to Colorado. A lot of people, like I said, are upset about it. I get it. I understand. But also, I have to say this. The Colorado situation is not your normal situation. So because it's not the normal situation, dog, guess what? You're not going to get normal things, right? And I do believe, and here's what a lot of people don't understand. I do believe if another one of these players who was not as big a name and they had opportunity to go do something, guess what? It's not newsworthy. Coach Prime ain't got no problem with letting them go, right? Because it's easier to let them go and go, like let's say if they were a model or whatever, one of these other players. I don't know, just a player that we don't really know a lot about. They're not the big name, the Travis Hunt and so forth.
Right.
It would have been on the back page, the bottom right corner of the about such and such missed the first meet, and nobody cares because they're not big names. So Prime understood my son's, the Sanders name carries weight, and it is going to catch fire. Because the easiest way to remedy this whole issue, because you ain't gonna be able to change the doggone fashion show, but I could push my meeting back one day and call it a day. And they would have been in good graces. No harm, no foul, right? What's one day? You still looking for a defensive coordinator. We're still looking for a defensive coordinator. So it ain't like I'm in a rush. It ain't like practice is starting tomorrow. Spring ball is starting tomorrow. So that one day of pushback of practice is nowhere near as bad as it looks that way. So and here's what the optics are for people that may not understand. These are the leaders of your program, and they're not at the first meeting. That's like having the first team meeting and Coach Prime not there.
Right.
Same concept. You know what I'm saying? That's how I look at it. Yeah, but shout out to them boys, man. Only thing I'll say about the beefs street is if somebody matched a 50 Cent in energy, when does it stop? And I think that's the biggest question, right? Because 50 not going to stop. And if another dude comes with the same energy as 50, then when does it stop? That's the biggest question.
Well, I think it's 50 Rick Ross never stopped. 50 Rick Ross never stopped. When Rick Ross passed out and fainted or whatever, 50 was, that never stopped. Rick Ross' baby mama down here tripping out. I saw her at the Improv the other day, man. Wilding at the Improv. Dog, she was in the Improv the other night, wilding. And not she wilding on social media. She talked about Rick Ross sent her basically his lawyer sent her a letter telling her she needed to chill with the slander. She put that up this morning.
Yeah, she said she got text messages of him talking about Meek Mill and
everybody. She said everybody. Yeah.
Wow.
But it's not gonna stop. I mean, but so that never stopped. So that's ongoing. People were saying in the comments, I can't wait to 50 get hold of this.
Yeah. I mean, it is what it is, man. Let me ask you.
I don't think it's going to get there. If Ja Rule 50 Cent never got anybody, I don't think it's going to get there. I think for 50 Cent, it's how to rob an MC. Everything he does is how to rob an MC. If you go back to that initial single of his, when he talked about how to rob an MC,
Jeffrey.
That's everything. Everything he does is that. I don't think he's not trying to get physical with anybody. You know what I'm saying? He just it's just talk, slander, Jerry Springer. That's all it is. The National Enquirer. That's what it is.
Hey, real quick, I want to give a shout out to LMV and Shad for that new doggone TD Jakes video. I'm gonna leave that right there. Oh boy, bruh.
What?
I'll send it to you afterwards, dog. You can't do it live because you might fall out the chair and never recover.
Monday.
Hey, boy, you might not ever recover, cuz. That's all I'm gonna say. You may not ever recover if you hear that. Just know something getting stretched out. Anyway,
oh my God, what's going on in 2024, man? So listen, dog. California, the OG Ducks.
Say it again.
California, the OG Ducks. The OG Ducks is a big California travel football team.
Okay, I didn't know what that was. Okay.
Yeah. California government, dog, trying to ban youth football up to the age of 12. Assembly Bill 734. Originally written to prohibit children under age 12 from playing tackle football, the bill was amended in committee to ban the sport for children 5 or younger beginning in 2025. In 2027, the bill would raise to 9. In 2029, if your age was 10, you couldn't play football. Cali's trying to pass this. What's your thoughts on that, dog? We're talking about tackle football.
Tackle football, basically youth football, tackle football. Now, I did hear that it's not going to pass as of today, so it's not going to pass. However, it's going to come back again and again and again. I disagree with it. I do think 5 may be young. I do think at 5, they do have flag football league up to there, but I think at 5 they could play, learn some of the basics of the game, to this, to that. But we all been to a game with, I call them the bobbleheads. Chin strap just go straight across. They don't even touch their chin. Their head too small.
The bobbleheads.
That's basically what it are. They just running around here like this. But I will say this. There are some, I'll say elite 5, 6, 7-year-olds that be out there thumping, dog. They be tearing poor little Timmys up. Move them up then. If they are those type of dudes, then you move them up a little bit or whatever the case may be, or however that works. But for a 5, 6-year-old, they're not even bringing enough energy. Some of them are, but they're not even bringing enough energy to, in my opinion, to create that. Now, I'm not a medical doctor. I got to get a disclaimer. But I think for more of it is they basically just run into each other and fall over. Most of them can't run into stuff because they got so many pads on. But I will say this, when you start getting to the 9, 10, 11, 12, you got to keep them jits out the street too now. You got to keep them out the street. And I think that's the residual effect that people are not paying attention to. That right there is huge because, you know, especially in LA, California, I guess, I won't say LA, but California, the gang life and maybe the indoctrination of them as young kids and so forth get in. I'm not saying they still can't do it and play ball at the same time. I get it for my Twitter fingers out there. But that's just like, I don't know, man. Because football is a different sport, right? Like baseball has T-ball, right? Because of the pitch. So they're not worried about getting hit with the ball. You know what I mean? And there's no other like contact sport that I can think of at that level. But then I think about wrestling. They got wrestling and martial arts for 5 and 6-year-olds out there. And everybody thinks it's real cute. And the dude be like, hey, yeah. And he just give him a karate chop in the arm and the shorty fall over, be like, ah, you know. But if you catch a real 5-year-old that's gangster about his hands and he go in there and be like, ha ha. And, so I don't know, man.
Yeah.
I don't know. I don't think they should do it. I do think that you should play flag football at 5, 6, 7. I think third grade, when you're about 8, third grade around 8, you can start wearing pads and so forth. And then they don't need to play 10 games either. They can have shorter season, 5 game season, 6 game season.
They playing more than that.
Yeah, like 5 game season, 6 game, fourth grade, 7 grade games, 5th grade, 8 games, 6, like that. Build them up to it, you know?
Right. I think, hey, you ain't got kids, huh?
That I know of.
I don't know, bro. I think Warren Sapp hits me every time I put up kid football on Footballville and be like, Street, man, I thought I told you, man, no kids. No kids, you know what I'm saying, tackle football, bro, because I think Warren is suffering from some of that stuff. He got a whole documentary that he did about that. He talked about driving to his homeboy house and drawing blank and couldn't remember where his homeboy lived. He had to go back home. And he don't like to see kids playing football. What's the cornerback name that played for the Dolphins whose wife was very outspoken?
Grimes. I think you're talking about Grimes.
Miko Grimes. I've tried to get her to come on the show numerous times, and she'd be like, man, I love the show, but I do not support kids playing football. Like, I just don't like it. The coaches don't know what they're doing. Like, I feel it. I always respected her mind. You know what I'm saying? So a lot of people don't feel that the kids have to be hit click clacking at that age. Honestly, like, I think the skill. See, me where I'm at now, bro, like, I think the skill set is what they really probably need. Like, learning the skills is probably what they need. Also, there's a lot of other things that go with football that we need to be teaching.
Fundamentals
and we could use that. I'm just talking about, all of it, Hayes. NIL, finances. Because it's crazy how we get all the way to you about to go in the NFL draft, and you ain't thought about what you're gonna do with your first 100,000 yet, and you had 15 years to do it. So I do think some of these early years we could take some of this time to do something, some other stuff that goes with football. Because for the ones that are good, you done backpedal for 15 years and ain't learned how to balance your damn bank account. Yeah, I don't know how to use a debit card. So I think some of the time could go somewhere else pertaining to football. That's the whole reason I created IOD Squad, Invest or Die, when I realized they were getting to the league, and the ones that were making it, the 1%, didn't know what to do with money. So it was like, oh man, you get all the way here, and now you don't even know what to do with it.
Yeah, Yeah, I'll read some stats real quick. I'll pull this up because I remember hearing this, and I just want to make sure I wasn't speaking wrong. So I'm looking at this thing right here from CompleteConcussions.com, and it's youth athletes 18 years and under. What do you think the number one sport is? 18 years and under.
Youth athletes 18 years and under. The number one sport has to be football.
Nope.
Soccer?
Rugby.
Ooh, what?
Nope.
Where?
Number two.
Rugby.
I'm saying number two. Rugby is number one.
In the United States?
I guess across the world. I guess they're just saying across the world.
Soccer is number two.
Nope. Ice hockey.
Man, what are you looking at?
Look, I'm looking at CompleteConcussions.com.
Somebody did say hockey popular.
Yeah, ice hockey, especially up north. You know, we don't play it down here like that, but especially up north.
You saying the number one youth sports?
Ice hockey, okay, yes. Concussions in youth sports are particularly concerning as recent evidence suggests that earlier in life a concussion is experienced, the higher likelihood of having prolonged complications. All right. See the full list. Right now, ice hockey had the second highest concussion rate with 1.2 concussions per 1,000.
Oh, right? Okay. I see what you're saying. I missed what you were saying. You're saying the highest rate of concussion.
Yeah, concussions.
Oh, okay. Okay. Yeah, rugby. yeah, rugby.
American football is 3. Lacrosse is 4. Soccer is 5. Wrestling is 6. Basketball 7. Softball, field hockey is 8, tied at 8. Baseball 9. Cheerleading 10. And volleyball is 11. Those are 18 and younger.
Right.
And younger.
Yeah, that makes sense.
Now here's the thing. Concussions versus other injuries now. Boys ice hockey, girls lacrosse, cheerleading is 20%, boys lacrosse, football, and then girls soccer. So these are concussions versus other injuries. So I thought that was interesting. And
because football not even high on the list.
Right, but it's America's sport, right? In that sense, and it's high, when you see it, you see, like, here's a perfect example about concussion. I do not know how Matthew Stafford got back in the game after he got hit by Chet Hutchinson. They played at Michigan for the Lions. Remember when he got hit? He hit his head, his eyes were like this for a quick second, and then he blinked and came out. He was out, dog. Matthew Stafford was out. Remember when he got up, he was holding his arm. He was out.
Right.
He was out. He was asleep.
You know how he got back in the game. You know how he got back in the game. Yeah, he had to get back in the game.
And the thing is, they lost. And in 10 years from now, you'll see that dude, tripping. You know what I'm saying?
You say tripping.
Yeah, I try not to put it all out there like that, man. But yeah, bro, he was out, bro. He was on the ground. His eyes were wide open. They were just like this for a quick second, and he got up off the ground. But anyway,
looking at one thing.
No, they lost. The Lions beat them.
Yeah, right.
That's what I'm saying. You ain't even win the doggone game. Man. You caught an L. So anyway.
So
that's how it is.
So they're not going. So right, they're not going to pass it. I didn't want to tell the people that part, but you told them already. I don't think it's going to pass. But like you said, the thought is out there. Illinois tried to do it, I think, already. New York tried to do it already. But nobody's saying nothing about hockey, are they? Or we just not getting the memos?
The popularity, though. I think it's a popularity, right? Like, perfect example. Somebody put up here. I'm surprised boxing is not up here, right? Youth boxing is huge. I mean, these kids are boxing at 6, 7, 8 years old.
Are they?
Yeah. I'm not saying they may not be professionally boxing. They're not professional, or going through the ranks, but they in the gym young. They learning to punch. Now, I'm not into boxing like that, so y'all correct me if I'm wrong. They may be in the gym hitting the bag. They may not be punching each other at that young. But some of these boxers start off at, 9, 10, 11 years old. I got a friend of mine that is, he does boxing here in Orlando. And he sent me clips all the time of his, let me see, I'm trying to see what age he said. I know definitely 13 is boxing. They punching each other in the head. Now, they got headgear on, but still, you know. So that's interesting.
I didn't know the kids were boxing.
Yeah, let me see if I could see what age he said this kid was. He is 145 pounds, but I'm trying to see what age he was. I'm trying to see the age that he's doing. I want to say he was 13. Anyway, something like that, 13 years old, these kids right here, man. And I'm like, bro, I mean, they going at it, bro. Like, he sent me clips of them, and they going at it. So, yeah, boxing can be definitely tough. Even though they have the headgear on and stuff, you're still rattling the brain. I don't care even if you got the helmet on. You're still rattling, you know what I mean? You're still rattling the brain in that sense. You saw me? I'm going to put some.
Right.
I'm looking like that old, I'm looking like that old lady at church on the organ.
You still rattling the brain.
She be like, this street, when Jesus, she fix her wig. Excuse me, baby. But anyway, yeah, man. I mean, that's what we are with it right there. Let me ask you this before we get up out of here.
Look,
we all like to end the show with the, I don't know how.
I don't see how. I don't see how. I don't know how.
Oh, gymnasts. Now, gymnasts do start early. I have a cousin. They were in the gymnastics, and they be jacked up, bro. They joints be, boom. Junior Golden Glove starts at 8. Thanks, Reggie. Junior Golden Glove start at 8. 8 years old. Wow. But anyway, what's your, I don't see how. I'll let you go first. I went first yesterday.
Did you?
Yep. Even if I'm lying.
Says, I had a I don't see how. And Shad said something about Suki Hunter, so I went to Twitter and I put Suki Hunter in.
I don't know that.
I don't see how in 2024 Suki Hunter out here wilding like this in HD, dog.
What she do? What she do?
I don't see how, Shad. In 2024 Suki Hunter out here wilding like this. Just go to Twitter and Google and type in search Suki Hunter, fool.
All right, well, you got to give me a little basis, dogs, because I don't want people to click off and try to come back.
Loose.
My money, honey. Like that?
Dig it up, dig it up, dig it out. Dig it up, dig it up, dig it up. Dig it up, dig it up.
You know, we from the crib. You right here with that UCLA shirt on, and we from the crib. Cut it up.
Dig it up, dig it up. Fool. I don't see how Suki Hunter out here. I don't know if somebody done leaked something on her or her OnlyFans bust a leak. Don't know. She out here in 4K.
She out there like the Chick-fil-A girl and the Target girl?
In 4K. No, she in 4K. It look intentional. It look like the whole OnlyFans that just busted a leak and then leaked out into Twitter.
I don't want. Hey, one thing about it, you know, you search one thing, it's gonna be on your Instagram, your Facebook. Man, hey, you can't let nobody. Hey, Street, you can't let nobody borrow your phone because you scared what's gonna pop up when they go to. Nah, but.
And Twitter. Every time I brought it, Twitter showing me somebody getting ran over in the car. Yeah, I don't know what Elon done did, but he going for straight engagement.
Bro, Twitter done became P-Hub version 2. I saw a dude yesterday. He was it was a guy, a foreign country. He's slapping this little girl in the face. Little girl, like she probably couldn't have been no more than 9. Slapping in the face, abusing her. You know, the other kid over there crying. He back in. The next clip, they said he dies next day. Bro, they got the chop on his head. It ain't blurred out of nothing. Lum, 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 lum. I'm like, bro, this on Twitter, like straight up. Like, they used to be, bro, they used to be faces of death for us, dog. Remember the video, the VCR?
That's what I was trying to think of the other night. Faces of death.
Bro, Dog, this straight up on Twitter. I'm talking about like they lighting him up. The dude got it sideways, just giving him, and you just see the body just. And they used to blur it out. They used to blur the blood out. Like on YouTube, you can't show any blood or anything like that. On Twitter, man, you hear dudes on there like this, take their lab, bro. I'm like, bro, this dude, he the one. X stand for bro. Hey, bro, X stand for the variable, whatever you want. That's why he named the X.
Shad say I love Twitter. It's amazing. I would love to know Shad methods of searching Twitter. Like Shad done figure something out. I love Twitter. It's amazing.
Bro, I'm like,
I saw a similar video where they said the dude beat up the dude's girlfriend, and he came at the next day and shot the dude up in the bed. Right on Twitter. So I don't see how Suki Honey out here. I didn't know she was out here in 4K like that.
Well, it's Friday night, so Coach finna go Sukiyani in. See what they doing. Let me see what they talking about. Extra. Let me see.
I was at Suki Hana. We got time? We ain't got time. Go ahead, do your
you got 10 minutes. Go ahead. We said up to an hour. Matter of fact, I'm going live on Instagram, and Instagram told me they go an hour. They cut you off after that, so we're gonna stop it at 59 minutes. So go ahead. Hey, Butterfly.
Kenny Lamb invited me to the national championship party when Sunshine played against Joe Burrow. Right?
Okay.
And it was the same night. Kenny Lamb is a producer, big time producer. Same night they was having a party for Suki Hana. She was going to be on Miami's what is it called? Miami, the reality show. She was going to debut on that reality show.
Real Housewives of Miami or something like that?
No, what is it, man? They did Atlanta, I think, and then they came to Miami.
Hip hop Miami, Love and Hip Hop Miami.
Yeah, Love and Hip Hop Miami. Right.
That's what that was the Spanish girl with the afro.
Yeah. That one. The first time she showed up on there, that same night they was having basically like a viewing party for Suki Hana, and I was there with my girlfriend, and I was like, "Lamb, what's Suki at?" And he showed me Suki. Oh, Suki. At that time, she was nothing to look at. She was just a little girl. You know, it's weird what she's turned into. But what she does have, Hayes, is presence. I think she does have talent. Now she does brunchy things, but she does have talent. Like she has a presence about her that comes across video. Like you can't sell her on the video. You ever seen somebody that try to demean her on the video?
I know the name, but I don't know. I haven't seen her. I know the name, but I haven't seen any of her stuff. But I would definitely.
But yeah, bro, that night, dog, she just looked like any other. She's about 5'4". She just looked like any. I'm trying to say it the best way I can say it. Just a girl that you made me not look at, you not look at. But her talent is that she's able to perform when somebody put a camera on her. She can come to life. And now she got the money. She came rich on OnlyFans, and now she got the body to go with it. And now so shout out to her. I mean, whatever. But yeah, the night that was like before she was big.
Yeah, shout out to Kanan Lamb, man. We grew up really right around the corner. I know he ended up going to New Orleans. Pastor Lamb, his dad. Know his mom well, man. So shout out to Kanan. A lot of producing work. Produced bust the windows out your car. What's the name? Come on. I bust the windows out your car.
What's her name?
He big with Missy and all of that, man. So shout out to Kanan Lamb, man. That boy was a bad ball player, boy. I'm telling you, fam, boy, he was gangster, boy. All them Lamb boys. Remember the Lamb? I think it was his nephew probably ended up going to Louisville. But anyway, let me see I don't see how. Jasmine Sullivan. Yes, thank you. Shad, you know everything, man.
Everything.
Let me see here. I don't see how. I had a good one, but I can't remember what it was, man. I don't see how RG3 and Jay Gruden beefing online. For what? Oh boy, they going at it, dog.
All
They
right.
beefing, dog.
I
Jay
ain't see
Gruden.
that.
What? Jay Gruden, and I was gonna bring it up as one of the topics, but Jay Gruden and RG3 are having a Twitter beef, dog. They going back and forth, and I'm like, what they talk like? They talking like, you got to go see it, dog. It's crazy, man. It's crazy, but
I think RG3 gonna about to be huge, bro. His second career,
the personality, flows, the personality.
Yeah. And he got the wife, the cool snow bunny, like it's you got the cool Pito that to get in there and do anything with him.
You said pink toe?
Nah, he about to have a nice little run, dog. He about to have a nice little run. I like him. He about to have a nice little run.
Yeah. And then another dude jumped in, I forgot his name. Jay Gruden basically told him, shut up, man. You just a punt returner, dog. Like, shut up, dog. Ain't nobody talking to you, dog. Jay Gruden got some Twitter fingers on him, dog.
Yeah.
He better chill out before they go pull up some emails because you know his brother got in trouble. So hopefully he ain't in that same boat. He better chill out. He better chill out.
Kyle in the comment section, man, is showing the true color. Talking about Suki Hunter was on Pornhub.
Okay, that boy has subscription and all, boy.
I
pay that $9.99 a month.
She was on Pornhub years ago, man. Suki had to be out there, dog.
Hey, that boy like Street. I can't donate. Hey, Street, I can't donate to the IOD this month. Suki Hana went up on her prices.
No, tell me it's not bad about TD Jakes, man. What's going on with TD Jakes? It's bad.
Nah, again, you know, the internet gonna clip context, dog. And he said, turn to your neighbor, and he's a meat stretcher. Huh?
What?
He a meat stretcher. He'll stretch your meat. I'm like,
what?
Bro. Okay, hold up. I'm trying to beat this time. I got 3 minutes. I think I can pass this on. I don't know if I
a meat stretcher.
Bro, I'm like, what is happening, dog?
I don't understand.
TD Jakes in trouble, bro. I don't know what he was talking about. I don't know the context of what he was saying, but that's what he was saying. Matter of fact, I'm gonna see if I can play it. Hold up. I think y'all can hear it, but let me see if I could Lord have mercy. Come on, I got 2 minutes. I'm like, bro, what are we doing here?
What you about to do on Instagram?
Right. Me?
Yeah.
No, it's live on Instagram right now. I'm live on Instagram. But it only lets you live for an hour.
Oh, and it'll shut off?
Yeah, that's what it said. All right, this is what he said.
What's gonna happen when it shut off?
It just shut off. You ready?
Yeah.
Look at your neighbor and say he's a meat stretcher. He'll stretch your meat. Hallelujah. Look at your neighbor and say he's a meat stretcher.
That's TD Jakes.
Meat.
Yeah.
Hallelujah.
That's a young TD Jakes or something?
I think it was TD Jakes.
That don't look like TD Jakes.
Hey, man. When a dude talking about stretch your meat, I don't know how it look. I don't know what it look like. I don't care. I have no clue.
Maybe he was talking to the women.
It wasn't talking about that. I don't know. I don't know the context. And that's the problem with the internet right there. Nobody knows the context of stuff. But Ellen V sent that to me. Y'all go ahead and hit Ellen V with a thumbs up in the chat because she be on there passing over the good news. Because she was the same.
You trying to talk about God. You know God. What God made wine out of.
And I think he was probably
talking about putting food on the table.
Yes. And it wasn't in the regards of that. I think it was about food on the table. But that's the problem. That's the problem right there where the internet is undefeated, bro. And that's crazy. But anyway, man, let's go ahead and get up out this thing, man. It's Friday. Coach finna go cut a rug, man.
Cut a rug?
Yeah. Oh, no, what was wrong with my stuff? I got my bad.
Man, that is TD Jakes. That's a younger TD Jakes.
Yeah.
Oh, they finna pull up all man. But let's get up out of here, man. So we off for the weekend?
Yeah, we off for the weekend. We'll be back Monday. Stronger than ever. We're gonna stretch it out for the week, Monday through Friday, and make it happen, man.
Y'all let us know in the comment section, man, what y'all like about it, what y'all want to see, man. Talk to us, man, if y'all like what we got going on. Y'all been asking for it. So it's here, man. So we'll find something to get into, man.
We're gonna make it happen, man. Appreciate y'all, man. Peace, love, and head grease. We out of here. With all that being said, and you can always catch us on the corner at 7 o'clock on Hayes Street. You understand what I'm saying? I'm Coach Hayes. I'm Coach Hayes.
And I'm the meat stretcher.
You know what, doggone it. I said I wasn't.
I'm the meat stretcher, dog. Oh, you go, yo, girl. Stretch your meat.
Them tenderloins. We out of here, man. Streeter, put your pants on, man. I don't know what's wrong with that dude. We out here, y'all. Peace. Monday, 7 o'clock. Don't miss it. Hit the like, share, subscribe.